I don't even know what to call this video. There has just been a bunch of makeup lately that I couldn't get my hands on for the video that I wanted to film with them. And they are kind of like fashionably late to my collection. I mean, we got some of the Essence new update, the Baby Got Blush liquid blushes. I got the Super Balm Glossy lip treatment. I even got my hands on the missing Melt and Shine Catrice Juicy lip balm. The one that I was missing from the swatch video. This is 080 Lost at Sea. Of course, got my hands on some more Kiko Milano Days in Bloom. If you've seen the video, I didn't manage to pick up this from the store. Something went wrong somewhere and I didn't pick up the highlighter stick in 01, but now I have it. And I also wanted to try another shade in the 3-in-1 Silky All Over, so I got that one as well. And then to just keep it a little interesting, I thought let's like mix in some Catrice My Jewels, My Rules. We have the blush pearls and one of the lip glosses. And this is the one in Apricot Crush. I didn't want the full collection, as I said in the video that I did about it, but I did want to try a little. So this is just gonna be a fun arrangement of new drugs and makeup. Let's hop into it. Alright, so I want to start out the video with the Super Balm Glossy Lip Treatment by Essence. This is in 01 Balmazing. There's a vitamin E and shea butter and it has 5 milliliters, so that's not bad. Smells kind of like vanilla-esque. Pretty good, it's not bad. I have really dry lips, so I hope this is gonna do what it says. It says like 10 hours of hydration. Up to 10 hours of hydration. Okay, let's see. I love the doe foot. So big. I would say that feels pretty good. Let's just leave that on for a bit and we're gonna see how it feels after a little. Okay, zoomed in a little bit. By the way, I also got the skin tint from Essence, but I'm getting that in tomorrow. Things are available at different times. It's complicated, but I'm gonna do kind of like a dedicated video where it says usually don't do it, but it's Essence. I think people are gonna be very interested in it, so why not like do a dedicated video? All right, I am kind of thinking, what should I do? Because I have these Baby Got Blush blushes and we have the Baby Got Blush liquid blush in 10 Pinkalicious, which I think is gonna be my favorite shade. And then we also have a 30 Dusty Rose. This one pulls quite warm. If you look at the packaging, it's definitely a dusty rose, but then when you look at the little window, it looks quite warm. I'm afraid it's gonna pull a little orangey on me. You know what? I think we're gonna do each on each cheek just to show you how these look. It's gonna be a little bit of a cheek swatching situation. By the way, the sponge applicator I don't really enjoy that much because it's just hard as a rock. It's a little painful. So let's see how these blend. These don't seem to me really like a copy of Charlotte Tilbury because they don't have any shimmer in them. Could be a copy of the matte ones. I haven't tried those personally. I don't know if I loved it. It kind of seems like it's picking up on itself, like it's getting picked up again. And it looks a little uneven. I don't know. I don't know if I loved it. Kind of feels like it was not a really great application situation. I just have a feeling like this is gonna pick up product underneath. Now I don't have any product underneath, but like it just kind of seems like that. We're gonna do shade 30 Dusty Rose on the other side. Gotta squeeze some out, of course. That's so orange. That looks so orange. But remember that my undertone does tend to make things look a little warmer than they are. I feel like this one blends better. Was it a fluke? Is it just my imagination that the other one didn't blend well? I would say this is more like a toned down coral than a actual rose. I feel like this looks better blended. I feel like here the middle seems a little like I picked up product there and it feels like the outer edge is a little darker. This one looks better. So far, I'm not sure. If I would have only tried this one, I would be like, yes, quite a nice formula. This one, I don't know. I'm gonna have to give that another go, another time, to see how I feel about it. Alright, I feel like we need to know what's going on, so I'm gonna be applying the Magic Filter Glow Booster. Applying a little bit of bronzer as well. And now we're just gonna apply the pink shade. I hope this is gonna work. I hope I didn't make a mistake. Maybe I took a bit much. I feel like it's not terrible. I feel like it is workable, but I also feel like it kind of is an easy one to pick back up. So it's not like I feel like what is underneath is being picked up, but the blush kind of picks itself up in a way, which is not an issue I encounter frequently, but it makes it a little harder to blend for sure. Yeah, I feel like it looks pretty good. But it was like not thoughtless, not like absolutely effortless to blend, but it could also just be me. I don't know. It could also just be like my skin on this side. On this side it looks more like that than this side. So how do you feel? Do you think it looks good? Is it a cute blush? What are your thoughts? I think it's time for the next lip product. I want to try the Catrice My Jewels, My Rules lip gloss, lip glaze, lip gloss in CO2 Apricot Crush. In a swatch I could already tell that it's basically see-through. Like, there's no color to this whatsoever. There's a little bit of a shimmer in there, which personally makes me feel like I didn't really need this in my life, but no, you know, it smells very sweet. Does it smell like apricot? I don't know, but we're just gonna try it out. There's a very interesting doe foot, but I quite enjoy it. It's quite a nice gloss, not sticky. Feels quite good. I like the way it looks, but I do have to say I already have a lot of products that give me this effect on the lips. But it's definitely like pretty cute. If you don't really own something like this, if you're eyeing the collection, if you really want to like get something from the collection, I don't think this is a bad choice. Alright, I'm already looking kind of crazy when it comes to the blush, but we are gonna continue and apply more. So I also got the blush pearls from the collection. These are the blush pearls in C1 Royal Blush. Why do I feel like this could have been called Royal Flush? I think it would have been kind of cute. We have this little sponge it comes with. This is just to keep the pearls in place. It's not something to applicate. When I swatched it, I did notice that it was quite corally warm and not very pinky as I was hoping for. It's very like, it's a bit more warm than I expected. We're just gonna try and apply a little. This is very powdery. And it seems pretty pigmented. We're just gonna apply this on top and see what happens. I can kind of see how the pearls got on my brush. It's like a little messy. It has a nice finish, but you kind of have to blend the different colors of the pearls together. Otherwise it looks a little funky. I look absolutely crazy, but at the same time, I do like the effect of the pearls. It's just, don't do what I did. Don't do what I just did. I'm gonna try and just take half of that and apply it to the other side. Okay, I think this is gonna be so cute on its own, honestly. But I was already wearing way too much blush for that to actually look good. And I have the feeling I'm gonna be taking my makeup off again. I really like the effect, like the soft focus glow that pearl products like this have, at least from Catrice. I have only tried them from Catrice, but from Catrice I really like them. I tried the highlighter, the kind of like pearl Beats highlighter. It was Honey Pot, I think, from the Catrice Winnie the Pooh collection, and that was such a stunning highlighter. It is a stunning highlighter. I still have it in my collection, and this really gives that same effect. It's a very red corally blush. Like it really took over. It's very pigmented. Yeah, it's a very pigmented blush. Be aware of that. I'm gonna be taking this off. I'm not gonna try and save it because I feel like it's not gonna work. I definitely blushed too close to the sun. Alright, well, we let the cream that I reapplied sink in. I think it is time to try another lip product. We're going from blush to lip product, from blush to lip product. So the Catrice Melt and Shine Juicy Lip Balm in 080 Lost at Sea. This name was a very literal reality to me because I tried to get it and it was just lost out there. But I got my hands on it. I could actually get it in store in real life. That doesn't happen a lot. And this is a really kind of like pigmented berry shade, which I think is pretty exciting because not all of the shades from this line were super pigmented. So I took off the gloss, which I'm pretty like pleasantly surprised with the My Jewels, My Rules collection. At least like these two things I tried. I would love to use that blush more, but just with no base underneath. So we're gonna try this one. This is definitely the deepest of all the shades and the one that is like you have to spend most time on to apply evenly. Like it can get a little like pigment cling to certain patches, but I feel now that I'm kind of rubbing my lips together, it's already kind of like fixing itself. This I think is the Juicy Lip Balm that you're really gonna see on your lips the most. I think it's a really cute color though. I think it's really nice and flattering. I also think that this could get pretty vampy with the right lip liner. So I actually am pretty excited that I also have this one because it really adds a lot to the line. So this is 080 Lost at Sea. Since this video is already super chaotic, at least it feels chaotic to me, I wanted to sneak something in. This is the LA Girl Shade Shifter Duochrome eyeshadow. This is in Aura, and this is kind of like a duochrome multichrome eyeshadow. It's super creamy and I just wanted to try it out, and since it is drugstore, I mean, let's just do it. It's super creamy, kind of feels like a cream eyeshadow. So I'm not really gonna do a wear test today, but I am gonna see how this wears on me because I have really oily eyelids, and it happens sometimes that even with the techniques that I use to keep my eyeshadow on and having the right base and everything, it still happens sometimes that shimmers crease. By the way, this is really pretty. It has kind of like this bronzy, greeny, purpley shift to it, which is something I really enjoy. I don't feel like this was the easiest eyeshadow to apply like in my life. Almost like it kind of got stuck in some places. Is it just me or am I starting to look a little crazy? I feel like all the applying and reapplying is starting to get to me, my skin. Okay, maybe I shouldn't do this too often. Alright, I tried to make this face do what I wanted to do. I hope it's not too noticeable on camera. We are gonna be trying two things from Kiko Days in Bloom. I did a full video. This is the Kiko Days in Bloom Face and Body Stick Highlighter in 01. There's this shade, which is kind of like this iridescent pinky lilac shade. And then we also have a very like deep gold. And I wanted to try this before I put on the blush and I'm gonna like wear in the end of this video. I am gonna take a brush and I'm gonna take it from the product like so. I just feel like I have a bit more control over products when I don't apply them directly to the face. I think I'm really gonna like this because I do like a little bit of a lilac-y hue. It's something that I think looks fresh. And I do like this. This looks really cute. It's not like a crazy blinding highlighter. It's pretty natural, but I do really like the effect that this one has on the cheeks. Like you can apply more, you can build it up, but you can also keep it a little bit more natural. And I was definitely hoping for more shades in this formula. I feel like right now in the regular range, this formula doesn't have a lot of options. while it is, I feel, a pretty popular product for them. So this is the highlighter on. I think you see it best on this side, and I think it's really cute. I'm gonna put a little bit over here. I might add a little bit after the blush if that's necessary. Oh, I wanted to put a little bit in the inner corner. Let's do that. Let's see if this works the way I want it to. Maybe it's a little too subtle in the shift. Yeah, I feel like that's not really working the way I want it to. I'm gonna cheat and put a little bit of the Glaminatrix, what was this called again? Fairy Lights palette in the inner corner. And now, the 3-in-1 Silky All Over. This is a product that's supposed to be able to, that you're supposed to be able to use on the cheeks, lips, and eyes. I tried another shade. I believe it was 03, the peachy shade. I tried it on the cheeks and the lips. On the lips, it wasn't a big success because it was a very light peachy shade. It looked a little interesting. But I did really like the feel of it on the lips, and I did really like the look of it on the cheeks. So I was like, this shade, I was kind of like debating picking this shade up as well the first time I was in a store, but I was like, okay, try it first and then you can decide. But I just wanted to, like, I went back in for the highlighter and then I got this one as well. So let's just apply this over top and see how that mixes. It is quite a warm rosy shade, but it's not so warm that you would say that it leans corally. It's still pretty pinky to me. I feel like the highlighter is kind of like, you can still kind of see it through it, but it's kind of like losing the color. So I'm gonna apply it a little bit more at the end. Reapplying the highlighter. I think that's also gonna tone down the blush a little bit because it is quite pigmented, and I always go in like full force, not realizing that it might be really pigmented. That is so nice together. I really like that combo. So these are the cheeks. I'm a little unsure though, like did that highlighter kind of pick up the blush? It's a bit hard to see. If I look at it like this, it looks good. I'm gonna be trying those products definitely with different products to be really sure like what they work with. Do they work with everything? Do they work with some things? Maybe I'll look back at this and be like, of course that looks totally lifted. Sometimes it's a bit hard to see while filming and all the lights are on you and you're looking at a really small viewfinder. I'm gonna try this on the lips, but I'm gonna try a little bit at first. I feel like, or someone gave me this tip, that you actually had to apply a little bit and then kind of like use a lip brush for it. And I think I agree. I don't have a lip brush, I use my finger, but I think that looks really cute. And I think that might actually also work on the peachy shade with the right lip liner and just using a little bit, just a little bit. I think that looks pretty nice and quite natural. I'm gonna add a little bit of a lip liner because I feel like it's pretty light. I think that actually looks pretty cute. I do feel like the feel in the lips was a little bit more powdery when I did like a full on application, but also I did apply a little bit of a lip balm that I blotted off before this, so that could also like play a role, but at least it's wearable like this. It looks good like this, I think. Alright, so I just went to take a look at this whole situation in different lighting because I wanted to be sure of what the situation on the cheeks actually is, and I feel like this blush formula doesn't really play well with kind of like the more balmy highlighter on top. I haven't really had any issues with this highlighter formula before, but here it did kind of like lift the blush underneath. So I don't feel like that's a really good combo, but I feel like the products separate from each other, like they are really cute. I really liked the look of the highlighter before I applied the blush, and I really liked the blush before I applied more of this highlighter on top. I would say that Kiko Milano Part 2 was quite nice. Like I like the way this looks on the lips. It's really nice when you apply just a little bit. I do like the look of that, and Like, that's cute. I like this as a blush. I like this as the highlighter. Really cute shades. Then we have the Essence Baby Girl blush. I think these are pretty cute, but I have to try them out a little bit more. I have to really see how I really feel about them. I just have to see if they work together with other products well, how that kind of works, how much should I apply, like how pigmented are these really. I just have to experiment a little bit with these. I feel like a little unsure about these. If these are really like super easy to blend, and especially just cream and liquid cheek products, I just like to use more often before I really give my opinion. And with these, I'm still a little bit on the fence. The liquid lip balm, the Super Balm Glossy Lip Treatment, really cute. I really like the feel on the lips. I wouldn't use this as a base for other products because it did make this situation a little bit sticky. I did put that underneath. Then the Catrice My Jewels, My Rules. And this is really pigmented, but it has a nice finish. This one is very sheer, but it looks nice on the lips and it feels nice on the lips. Pretty cute products. Do I feel like you have to run to the store for these? Not yet. I could change my mind. I definitely have to use these more. The Melt and Shine Juicy Lip Balm in 080 Lost at Sea. A really cute shade. It's a little bit more out there. A little bit more of a like statement lip for a juicy sheer lip balm like this. And then lastly, the random eyeshadow that I tried. I feel like it's pretty cute, but I would say for drugstore, this is still pretty expensive, at least in the Netherlands. I believe I paid like 10 euros for this. And that is more expensive than some indie shadows that I have purchased. So I think it's really cute. It looks beautiful on the lids. Is it gonna be like a yearly favorite? I don't think so, because it's just not as good as some cheaper eyeshadows that I own from indie brands that I really love. I got talked into this. I just really wanted to know if it was that good. Like, sometimes you see a bigger creator that isn't really into indie brands talk about products and you're kind of like, but is it gonna be as good as an indie brand? And in this case, I would say I'm not disappointed, but I'm also not like over the moon in love with this. Alright, this is gonna be the end of a very messy, chaotic video. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like the video if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe, and then we'll see you in my next one. Bye bye.